Today, we're going to be covering the moving average secrets of a US investing champion, which I will be one of those in 2026 because I am Justice, I am Batman, and let's watch this video together.
Everyone talks about moving averages, but let's be real, most traders, including myself, do not actually know how to properly use them to win. That's why today is different. I'm breaking down how J-Law, a US investing champion with a triple-digit return, actually uses moving averages. Also, PS, just a side note, it might sound like I'm saying J-Lo, but I'm saying J-Law. So in this video,
J-Law, a very smart individual. J-Lo, a big booty girl. Let's go.
if it ever sounds like I am saying J-Lo, please forgive my pronunciation. So let's begin. Let's go. The first thing to know is which moving averages does J-Law pay attention to? So his core set is simple. It's 10.
No shit. He talks about the 10, the 20, and the 50 moving averages. Wow. I heard that there was a very handsome, very wealthy individual who also does YouTube videos talking about the 10 being over the 20 and price being over the 50, being what's called the outlier trend template. And if you want to know, that is by far the best way to tell if a stock is moving up or if a stock is moving down. If the stock has wings like a bat, or if the stock is falling to like Joker.
20, 50, and 200, and sometimes he'll also add the 63, 150, and 250, but mainly on daily charts. Why those? Because they often line up with big picture structures like quarters, 30 weeks, or a full trading year. So if sometimes the 10, 20, 50, and 200 does not,
we got a problem. Bane has shown up in the chat. Bane, you and me, we're gonna take this outside later.
make sense, then the other ones do. But the truth is, most of the focus is on these, the 10, 20, 50, and the 200. Now, here's something important. He never says 10-day, 20-day, 50-day, or 200-day moving average. Why? Because on a weekly chart, the 10 isn't 10 days. It's 10 weeks. That's why he simply calls it 10 MA, 20 MA, 50 MA, and 200 MA, no matter what the time frame is. So
I agree with that completely. Batman understands the justice that the 10 over 20 price over 50 always works on every single time frame because it is just math. It is just math.
So what do moving averages actually do? According to J-Law, a moving average is simply a trend line that adjusts itself. In practice, it acts like a support and resistance, but not like a fixed level, more like a zone. Think about it like this. Sometimes price bounces exactly on the line, sometimes it dips below and then bounces, and sometimes it reverses just before touching it. And once price breaks through cleanly, that MA can actually flip roles. The support becomes resistance and resistance becomes support. The big takeaway out here is a moving average is not a magic line. It's just one piece of context.
It's just math.
This brings us to the biggest lesson that J-Law teaches us, which is context is everything. A stock touching the 200 MA does not automatically make it a buy. For example, if Tesla hits the 200 MA, but the overall market is still above the 200 MA, then J-Law won't touch it. On the flip side, if a strong stock...
That's right. You need to have confluence. If the market is strong, you don't want to be trying to short stocks. And the same is true if you're trying to buy stocks and the market is weak. Don't buy stocks in the middle of a bear market. You need to make sure that on all time frames, the short term, intermediate term, and long term are moving in your direction with justice.
Stock pulls back to the 10 MA or the 20 MA, that could be actually the only chance that you can get in. Miss it and the stock may never come back there again. So here's the truth. Don't always believe the textbook stuff, like the 50 MA is a good support to buy at. Instead, always check the market context and the stock's strength. So how does J-Law actually use the moving averages to enter the trades? J-Law loves it when a strong stock pulls back on low volume at the 10 MA or the 20 MA. That's often his...
Mike, this is not cool. What do you think this is? The Joker channel? No.
Favorite setup, but and this is the key, he never enters just because of the MA. He looks for confluence, what he calls the multiple edge trading area or meta. That means he stacks multiple edges together, maybe a trend line support, maybe the prior resistance flipping into support, maybe even a moving average support. When multiple edges line up, that is the time when he actually acts. Now, I did a quick recon on his M.E.T.S framework. The M.E.T.S, he calls it multiple edge trading strategy or multiple edge trading style. I took a screenshot from one of his videos and tried to decode it. So I'm actually laying down the 9 advantages, what he actually looks for. And I hope I have this right. The first one is momentum and trend. Second, support and resistance. Third, change of structure, price action and volume. Fourth, MTF is multiple time frame. Fifth, relative strength. Sixth, risk, reward, and stop. Seventh, broad market edge. Eighth, favorable time. Nine, market imbalance. Now, again, I hope I have this right because I just converted this from just the letters from a screenshot. And if JLaw students or JLaw himself is watching this, then I deeply apologize, and you can comment and correct me on this. Now let's talk about exits, because this is where most traders struggle. JLaw uses two main exit strategy. The first one is sell into strength. That means taking profit whilst the stock is still rising, usually into a resistance zone or after a big run.
I would like to sell into strength into an outlier block, because outlier blocks are areas on the chart where buyers are super stoked because they finally can get out of break even. Let's take a look at Tesla. Right, Batman doesn't drive a Tesla. Batman doesn't have time to charge batteries when there's crime to fight. So this is what is called an outlier block. And buyers back here, back in December of 2024, they got tricked by the Riddler. And so they bought all the stocks right here. And then as price was going down, the poison ivy was uncontrollable. And then Mr. Freeze had them frozen in their accounts. And they were terrified. They had no idea what to do. And then when they finally got back to break even, those investors finally saw the light. They called Alfred and they said, Alfred, execute these trades immediately, which is exactly what happened, which is why Tesla is struggling to get through this area right here with justice,
where the profits are several times the original risk. You can sell part of it or all of it according to your own risk tolerance. The benefits of this is that you lock in gains early.
Who is this Chris you speak of? I can only imagine that he is one very intelligent, handsome human being that makes a huge difference in the world. It makes everybody's lives better because they get to watch his YouTube videos. I must imagine that he definitely doesn't have itty bitty baby hands. Okay, he must be incredible.
Downside is basically the stock sometimes
With justice,
keeps running and you miss out on the big move. The second one is sell into weakness. This means holding it as long as the price respects support and only selling it when it clearly breaks below a key level. Maybe the 10 MA, the 20 MA, or a trend line. The benefit is that you get to ride the stock much further. The downside, you might give a large chunk of your open profits if it falls too soon. JLaw.
It's the truth. If you wait for a pullback, let's use Tesla as another example. You can see right here, this huge 122% up move was incredible. It was almost like you use your batarang and the batwing and you are flying through the air with all the justice. And then it finally found a top. And you use these moving averages to tell you when to get out. There was certainly a pullback, and it was no joker because you were up 121%. And then by the time you got out, you were only up 85%, which was incredible. An 85% run. Because, of course, you'll never know where the exact top is, but you will know when the stock starts to pull back that it could be time. Justice.
Also often uses a hybrid approach. He trims into strength and lets the rest run until weakness. That balance actually really worked for him in the US Investing Champions, where he did a plus 353% return. One simple thing he emphasizes over and over and over again is that don't put your stop losses exactly at the moving averages or support levels. You'll almost get shaken out by the normal noise. And the second one is only risk profits, not your principal. At the start of each year, JLaw builds a small cushion of profits for himself and then uses that cushion to finance other trades. That way, even if a trade fails, he's never cutting into his core capital. So here's the bottom line. Moving averages aren't buy or sell signals. Second is they become zones of support and resistance when the overall context is in place. Third is that the real power comes in when you combine these with other edges. It could be trend line, volume, relative strength, and overall market context. And that's how JLaw, a two-time US investing champion, uses moving averages. Now, I actually have a full breakdown of his video of all his trades which he did in the US Investing Championship, and I have converted that into English. The only thing is I'm still waiting for his permission. I've emailed them on Instagram.
I can't wait to watch that video. Batman will be very interested in watching that video.
I have mailed them on Gmail. And once I do get the permission because I want to do this right, then I will publish it freely. But if you don't want to wait for that, then again, I highly recommend you guys to go on his channel and actually watch that.
I can't read this gibberish. I'm sorry.
video. The whole thing is in Chinese. With it does have English subtitles, but they're either lagging or they're broken at some places. So you'll have to do some manual work out there to convert the content. Or the simpler way is just wait for my video to come out. Now, if you found this breakdown useful, then please do me a favor. Please do hit the like button and please do subscribe, because this takes me days to put together. And your support is the only thing that actually fuels me to go ahead and produce content like this. Also, another thing of
So let's review. Let's review. So first, you need the 10, 20, and 50 period moving averages, and J-Law / J-Lo / Jenny from the block also uses the 10, 20, 50, and other moving averages. The only way that you will find the justice to come into your bank account is when the moving averages are all stacked in your favor with the outlier trend template. With the outlier trend template, you will be able to find Masters of the Universe money, which could be similar to Bruce Wayne's money. But I don't know who this Bruce Wayne character is. Why would you even bring Bruce Wayne into this? I heard that he is an incredibly intelligent, very handsome billionaire with all the hair on his head. Why did you even mention that guy? I don't even know who he is. Let's go and look at several examples of how incredible that this works. Let's look at several stocks like Celsius. Look at that. 10 over 20, price over 50. It moves like gangbusters. That's incredible. Oh, right. Even the scarecrow with all of his hallucination drugs would be able to see a 10 under the 20, price under 50 moving down and working against you. And here's at the end of the day, you must always trade with the trend. And if you're ready to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, I heard that you could click one of these two videos to watch another unbelievably handsome, intelligent person just like Bruce Wayne tell you all about the stock market. Have a fantastic day.